I guess it is about time I talk about a ranked mode fully again. Around a year ago from you watching this, probably a little bit shorter, I made a video called Should Ranked Come to Dead by Daylight? And in that video, I basically broke down all of the problems with a ranked mode and how ranked modes don't normally solve the problem that people think they solve. What I mean by that is that I've been in gaming for a long time. I've been in places that didn't have ranked modes before and added them later. And almost every single time a ranked mode is added, the quote unquote problem of separating casuals from tryhards lasts for about a week. And then it all starts mixing again. This is mostly due to casuals wanting to play competitive for whatever incentives competitive offers, and competitive players wanting to play casual because they end up hard stuck, and instead of blaming themselves or getting better at the game, they decide that they're just going to go stomp all over casual players because it makes their internet dicks feel bigger. There's a lot of other problems that I have with ranked modes, how like people use ranks as some sort of, what's the word I'm looking for, badge of honor. Like they'll act very superior because they have a better shiny icon than other people's shiny icon in a fucking video game. And so it leads to a lot of issues, especially when you're trying to discuss things like balance. But I thought for today, I would go ahead and theorize what a ranked mode would be like, rather what I feel I would want out of a ranked mode if they were to ever add one. The first thing that we got to talk about is the separation from casual and ranked. Now, what I don't want to happen is for the ranked mode to hold all the incentives and the casual mode just has nothing to it. So, in my opinion, here's what I think there should happen. Casual mode should keep its grades. And the act of depipping, of course, is being removed in a upcoming patch. So that's good. But I also believe that they should drop the safety pip for a single pip. And then every game in casual has the opportunity to pip you up 3 times. That way, people who are playing casual don't have to worry about sweating. But if you play enough, then both of you will end up getting one or both of your rolls to iridescent 1. And I think that casual should keep the blood points gifted to players if they hit iridescent. Hey guys, Editor Kaiser here. I kind of misspoke on that last sentence. What I meant was that the blood point should stay for casual for reaching whatever rank you reach. I don't know why I specifically said, oh, it should stay for when you reach iridescent. Obviously, I believe that you should get blood points for, if you reach bronze that month, you should get your blood points. Like, I'm not saying take all blood points away from casual, except if you hit iridescent. And that's what it kind of sounded like. So I just wanted to clarify that real quick. Anyway, back to the video. Now, which kind of ranks would we see? Well, they would have the same one as grades plus a little more. So Ash, Bronze, Silver, and Gold are already a part of casual mode, and they should also be a part of the ranked mode. But we should also add Platinum and Diamond. Then we, of course, have Iridescent, but then there would be something called Blighted, which is the top 1,000 players. Each of these ranks, except for Ash, would reward iridescent shards at the end of the ranked reset. Whether you make that every month, which I don't think I fully agree with, I think it should probably be every chapter would be a full ranked season, or what have you. I always thought that like bronze could reward 100 Eerie shards, silver 200, gold 300, or gold 400, platinum 800, diamond 1600, iridescent 3200, and if you end as blighted, it would award you with 40,000 iridescent shards. This would be a great incentive for players to play ranked, and this would also be something that would help our newer players be able to get ahead in the grind. They can play casual to both learn the game and get the blood points to level up their characters, and they can play ranked to help them with their iridescent shard grind so that they can get original characters a little bit more easier. It allows players to work for their cosmetics and for their unlocking of characters without making it overly easy for them. So the question is, how do you rank up? How do we judge how someone enters a ranked? And how do we judge how people enter the top 1,000 and things like that? Well, we have that. We have the emblem system. Now, I've already talked about how the emblem system needs to be reworked, and that reworked system would apply here, where every emblem starts at a top level and moves down. That way, if you and your team end up raffle stomping the opposite side, then you don't end up losing pips and being punished because you're just better than they are. And it would basically work off of the pip system as well, with de-pipping, of course, being a thing. So the pip system would be how you would judge how to get from each. So for Ash to bronze, you would need, say, 10 pips, which is 5 double pip games. Then from bronze to silver, you could boost it to 20 pips. Then from gold or silver to gold, you could do 30. You could do 10 for each, maybe. And so by like getting to iridescent would wait, let me see if I got my math right. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So getting to iridescent would be 60. And then the top 1,000 players with the amount of, based on their amount of pips, would end up in blighted. We could probably change these numbers around a little bit. Maybe people would want like 100 pips to be iridescent. That might be too far because getting to iridescent with a double pip would be 30 games of double pipping, which some people might be considered too easy, but we could talk about the numbers in the comments. It's just, I think that it's good to keep the grade system and the rank system as similar as possible so that casual can be a practice for ranked. Finally, it's how queuing would work. Now, I've seen a lot of people try to put limitations on queuing for ranked, and I'm going to tell you right now that's not a good idea. Things like perk limitations, add-on limitations, killer and map bans, and also team switching like they do in competitive. The team switching, I think, would be the most obvious one of why we can't have that because, guys, a lot of times it's solo queue. So who on the solo queue survivor team is going to play killer? Right? I think that if you want things like team switching and stuff, then there needs to be... Valorant has this thing, I think it's called Premium, I don't remember, that's basically an in-game tournament mode that only teams can sign up for. If you want things like team switching and stuff, I think it should stay... it should be its own separate mode specifically. But where ranked is concerned, we're not going to be doing team switching because most people are going to be solo or duo queuing. I also don't like the idea of perk and add-on limitations. I know that a lot of you want to try to keep some weird competitive integrity to the ranked mode by limiting stuff, but again, a lot of people, you need to be able to have this mode open for solo queue. And because of that, you don't ever want to be in a situation where a duo is running an anti-tunnel build and a Jhin rushing build, and then the two solo queuers are sitting there trying to figure out why they can't put on their favorite perks. I know it's going to make things a lot harder when you get 4-man Swifts fucking running 4 of each meta perk, and that's going to be annoying, but you're just going to have to deal with that. And yeah, it's true, there's probably going to be a bunch of 4-man survivor squads that end up dominating iridescent and blighted, but at the end of the day, it's not worth making things worse for solo queuers. As far as killer and map bans, obviously I'm not a big fan of killer bans because one, how would that even work? But map bans, I actually don't mind. I think in a ranked mode, there should be more, instead of map bans, it should be voting. So there's 5 players in the map. They get shown, say, 3 different maps that they can choose from. Everybody votes on which map they'd like to play on, and the map that gets the most amount of votes is the one that everybody in the trial has to play. The very last thing I want to talk about is incentives for the rank mode. Now, I already talked about everybody getting iridescent shards based off their rank at the end of a rank season, but I also think banners and profile pictures would be a very good thing to have. You can show off what rank you were during which season based off of things like that. So the question remains after all of this, in my dream ranked mode that I've laid out for you here, what I want this ranked mode to come? And the answer is yes. While I still don't believe that ranked modes would solve the problems that people think they would solve, I just want to play a ranked mode. I personally would just like to play a ranked mode. And it would be nice to be able to play a mode where everybody is expecting to try to win, so that when I actually try to win, I don't get called a sweaty neckbeard. That would just be nice for once. But as always, that's all I have for you guys today. Please let me know what you think down below. And a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. You want to find out how to become a channel member today and get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.